Hello and welcome to Chess with Simon. I'm Simon. The Burrows is back. Nick Burrows. He is back and he is playing the white pieces. Let's see what he's got in store. C4. It's a good opening. It's an opening of the future. Knight f6. It's not quite clear what's going to happen yet. Nick goes ahead and fianchettos the king's bishop. So we're going for a positional line. Everyone fianchettos, everyone castles. So the only difference here is c4. There's no difference at all now. c5, it's symmetric. Symmetric. So Nick's the first to break in the centre. Is this the engine's favourite move? Yes, it is. In fact, it's the only move that this engine thinks gains an advantage. Takes. h5. So this is very popular these days, isn't it? Playing the h-pawn in various different positions. It's not one of the most popular moves in this position. I'm quite old-fashioned. I would not say the position is really asking for this move, but it's happened. It gives white a slightly better advantage. Nick responds by playing in the centre very sensibly. e4. This is from this point a new game of chess, but a sort of Maroczy bind. Black logically continues with this pawn. This will be very important in the later game. I mean, the engine doesn't like this move, but I like it. It's sort of developing the bishop and attacking that funny pawn, and it forces the pawn to exchange, but now the engine thinks the game's equal. Wants to exchange on d4. Nick's opponent plays a sensible move, a6. This, I think, is really good, actually, isn't it? Sort of clamping down on the dark squares, pawn c5. It's not a move I would reach for naturally. Don't know what I'd do. What did I do? Rook c1 I would probably do. I mean, knight c2. You can see why knight c2 is good, just keeping the space advantage. But just good move this. Takes. And then the knight comes back, basically just attacking the queen. Queen withdraws. I don't like that. Neither does the engine. I don't like that. You weak dark squares, right? Weak dark squares because, I mean, for instance, Nick's chosen to take. Oh, because I wanted to take with the queen, but then the bishop drops on g5. That's the problem. You can't take with the queen. You've got to take with the pawn. And then there's an exchange here. So let's quickly appraise this. What do we see? What we see is black's development's a bit poor. And white has a bad pawn structure, but a lot of central control. And the engine prefers white. Black offers to swap the queens, and this is quite definitely seen to be the losing move by the engine. And I think the reason is because what we can see is that white gets up some kind of initiative on the h-file. So white gives the pawn, but now, again, look at the black queen side, like that bishop is still locking in the rook. You know, I know it's a complicated game, and I know that black's a really strong player, but you shouldn't be allowing that. So the rook's lining up on the h-file, trying to get this attack going. The queen, this stops king g1, of course, because then the rook would drop. So the rook moves. This rook moves. Now apparently it's mate in 6 because of this, and nothing can be done. Check. Rook in the way. Check. Bishop in the way. Running out of ideas. You can sack the queen, but at the end of the day, check. Great win. I mean, to be fair to black had 4.4 seconds on the clock. So, really good game. What do we learn from this? What we learn from this is that on this occasion, black opened the h-file and it was to white's advantage. And we also learned that black's clearly a really good player, but on this occasion neglected the development of the queen side. And that was a problem. But oddly, it was this move that really the engine didn't like. And actually, I would have struggled to see why that was so bad. But Nick didn't struggle to see why it was so bad because he basically locked the opponent out of the king side with these pawns, and was then able to do the job on the h-file. I hope you enjoyed that. I enjoyed that. Thank you for sharing, Nick, and see you all soon.